Hello and welcome to Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight, a series where I give a more subdued and informative look on the weapons of Phantom Forces. In this episode, I'll be covering the Model 870. The Model 870 is a pump-action shotgun unlocked at rank 11. It fires 8 pellets, each dealing 34 damage up to 50 studs and falls off to 13 damage by 130 studs. It fires at 100 RPM with a 1 times body multiplier and a 1.15 times head multiplier. The muzzle velocity is 1500 studs per second and the penetration depth is 0.5 studs. It has a small spread and a medium but inconsequential amount of recoil, and it holds 6 rounds in the magazine with 50 rounds in reserve of 12 gauge buckshot rounds. The reload speed is 0.85 seconds per shell, and the full reload speed is a total 6 seconds. It has 14 walk speed and 15 aim speed. The Model 870, formerly known as the Remington 870, is an iconic pump-action shotgun, and I would even consider it the definitive pump-action shotgun. It can be found everywhere in real life and in media. However, in Phantom Forces, I would say that the Model 870 is kind of like the benchmark shotgun. It sets a standard for other shotguns in the game despite not being the first one you unlock. It's very average by design and acts as sort of a middle ground. It's got good damage, pretty standard range, a bit above average range actually. It doesn't fire very fast, and it's got a pretty below average mag size. Nothing about this shotgun really shines or stands out, and that's the point. Since it means that this is a pretty solid shotgun in every aspect. No big weaknesses despite from the range because it's a shotgun. For playstyle, for me it's not like your stereotypical close range shotgun playstyle you would find in other FPS games, since PF handles shotguns pretty realistically. Since the Model 870 has good damage and pretty good range, it's best that you stick closer to medium range rather than rush it to close range aggressively. The fire rate isn't that fast, so missing in close range could be quite costly. Plus, you don't have that much max size either. Just don't push too far and don't play too aggressively, and you should be fine. It's not really that complex of a weapon to talk about. I would rank the Model 870 at low A tier. I did say that this shotgun was average, but shotguns in PF are pretty strong in general, so it's in A tier. Editing Eden here, I forgot to mention, but the Model 870 can one-shot headshot at all ranges with slugs, so that's also one thing you should possibly consider when you're building this weapon. The extended tube attachment increases your mag size at the cost of reload speed, walk speed, aim speed, and reserve ammo. This attachment is in a pretty strange spot. The mag size increase is very welcome since the Model 870 by default doesn't have that much mag size, but at the same time, the downsides are pretty bad. Since you have to reload each shell individually, a reload speed nerf is really bad. The walk speed decrease is also really significant. It drops your walk speed to 12.6, and that's basically as slow as LMGs. Generally, I think using this attachment isn't a good idea, especially considering that you're trading away the other slot and basically foregoing the really good remove stock attachment. Extended tube could possibly be used situationally for, say, King of the Hill, since a lot of enemies bunch up in that game mode, so you might need more mag size, but even still, I don't think it's worth it. And that concludes this episode of Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.